Hey guys, welcome to today.
So we have another Q&A today for you guys. Ayla had asked you a bunch of questions a while ago.
Yeah, like over a month ago. I didn't ask you a bunch of questions, I asked you to give me questions.
Yes, that's the point of a Q&A.
I just screenshotted them and we decided, instead of just picking like 4 or 5 and going super deep about them, we're gonna try to answer as many as we can before we feel like the video is too long. So it'll be, some will be kind of rapid fire, some will elaborate.
We're gonna try to be concise and just like quickly answer.
Concise?
Yeah, it's not something that
you
I can
are
do.
not the same, like.
Let's just get
universe.
to it.
Okay.
This is dragging on already. See, we're not being concise.
I know exactly. Okay, let's go. Ready? First one. What is one thing you would do differently with a second baby?
Something that we would look out for, probably, I would just try to make sure that, like torticollis that Nova had, that's the one thing that comes to mind.
Literally the first day this baby comes home, I'll be like, do you have it?
Yeah, because I think she had it from when, anyway, we're going into detail. The way she came out during delivery, and then, yeah, so she had to go through some physio for it for a while. And
then she developed a bit of a flat spot, and it was very stressful. And
yeah.
So this time we'll just be super aware,
super
diligent, and ready, and good to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Would you write a book with Caleb about your infertility journey?
Yeah, it has been something we've talked about.
Yeah, I would love to. I actually started, technically, a year ago.
You wrote like a page, I think, right?
I wrote more than a page. I wrote several pages.
Yeah.
But I just
left it at that.
Yeah, I just left it at that.
That's okay.
So maybe I'll pick it up again and do it one day.
Yeah, it's not going to be something that's done anytime soon. I think it'll be years from now, but it's definitely something that we've talked about and that we'd like to do.
Mm-hmm. For Caleb, what's the best and what's the hardest part about having a toddler and a pregnant wife?
Well, they both want something from you.
all the time.
And so it's trying to decide who to please. It's usually Nova. That's probably the hardest thing.
Yeah, right? Sure.
I mean, yeah.
I don't
both
feel like
very needy.
I don't feel like I've been that needy. I feel like I haven't even sent you.
I'd say if I could, like, in 2 words, mood swings.
For both of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally. I'm always like, don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Yeah. It's a good thing we got a king bed.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have a bed.
You'd have a couch.
I'd be sleeping right here.
I'm just kidding. Guys, we're joking, okay? Everybody knows that, right?
Yeah. Don't misunderstand sarcasm, please.
Okay, next up. Do you think it'll be easier going from 0 to 1 or 1 to 2 kids? I'm wondering the same thing.
I think going to 2 will be easier because, especially because this next baby is going to be a girl. So we've already raised a girl, and just like,
yeah, but she could be a totally different
100%. We have no
life.
idea what's going to happen.
I think it's 2 different versions of hard. Like, I think 0 to 1 is hard because, like, oh my gosh, all these things I've never done before and I have to learn from scratch, and I, like, literally nobody gave me a manual. I just have to go home and, like, hope that everything's gonna work out.
Yeah.
But 1 to 2 is like, hey, I have all this knowledge, I'm not gonna second guess myself as much, and I'm gonna be a little more confident, but also, like, dividing attention, keeping up with, like, the house, and like having a toddler and trying to make sure she feels loved. I think that's going to be especially hard.
We both won't be able to put 100% of ourselves into either children.
Right, like whereas with Nova was a newborn, that was like
both of us were there to help out. Whereas now I'll probably spend more time with Nova and you'll spend more time with the baby.
Yeah. So
other than when Nova's like sleeping.
Yeah, I think it's different hard, but I'll definitely come back once baby comes and let you know what I think is harder. Yeah, so we'll see. Favorite part of your new house?
Not being attached to anyone and just like the quiet, except for like construction noise, but that's temporary because most of the homes on our street are built.
And you're saying this because we've always had an attached home.
Yeah, so we've had like condos and like a townhome was
the
we lived in before.
Dying. Oh man.
We can answer this question, it just started flashing.
Okay.
So that would be mine, would be the quiet. Like I don't even notice like road noise.
Yeah, totally. For me, I read this as favorite part of your new house, like favorite room or favorite space. Once the backyard's done, that will be my favorite. I think. And then I really love our bedroom and master bath. Like I think that it's just such a nice space, calming. I love our kitchen. I love it. I love most.
We're really happy with this
really
house. And we got really lucky that it was
doable
to our style, and we were able to get it. Buy it.
But yeah, just being in our own detached home is so nice for us right now. Yeah, in this stage of life. New battery.
Battery change.
Okay, I think this one's fully charged, so hopefully we should be good.
I brought all the batteries beyond.
Okay, next question. Did you start the new baby's nursery?
We've been doing
planning.
some research, like Pinterest, of course. And I think the biggest thing is, in order to do the nursery, we actually are taking a lot of things from Nova's room. So we sort of need to finish Nova's room first. So yesterday we came up with a really good plan. And I think we finally decided on what Nova's room is going to be. And then like her crib will go to the baby's room, like a chair and a couple other little things. So
yeah, so it's in the works. I want to get it started now. Like I'm super eager because I know that I'm not going to have a lot of energy soon. So I'm hoping that we can get on the ball
before the nesting stage ends.
Yeah, exactly.
But we have lots of projects coming up here in the next couple of weeks.
A zillion projects.
We have a lot on the go because the weather is finally nice. Like we're doing our fence, and then we'll be doing some sod, and then we'll be doing Nova's room, and then we'll be doing another part of the fence.
Do you have second child guilt, and how do you handle it?
Second child guilt.
Well, I think because she's not born yet, I don't have it as much, but I have like flashes sometimes thinking about what it's going to be like, and then I feel guilty. Like for example, like there's like two sides of it, right? There's like, I'm not gonna be able to have like super lazy days laying in the bed with baby all day, like just kind of cuddling, and like it's not going to be quite the same experience as it was with Nova as a newborn.
Totally.
And I know that, and so I feel guilty about not giving this baby that like full experience. And then on the other hand, there's guilt of feeling like Nova's going to be left out. She's super duper attached to me. She's definitely a mama's girl in this stage of her life right now. And so I feel guilty about like how she's going to handle it and how I'm going to handle it.
Yeah.
But then I keep reminding myself that there's just differences. Like for example, this baby, she's gonna get the experience of having a big sister during these stages of her life. So that's something that Nova didn't get. So it's like, it's a bit of a give and take in every scenario, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Was it hard to decide to have more than one kid after Nova?
No.
I think because we adopted 3 embryos, it has always kind of been in our mind that like,
we'll be
no
trying
matter what,
to use all 3.
Transferring all 3. So whatever happens. So we've always hoped throughout the whole journey, infertility journey, we always hoped that there would be more than one. And we're just very grateful.
Obviously our journey to become parents has been very challenging, and so we're just so blessed to even have Nova, and then anything else that would come in the future was just going to be just so amazing. And of course now we're going to be having 2, and we still have a 3rd embryo that we will transfer whenever we decide to do that. That's when we're ready to have a 3rd, and hopefully that one works too. And
it's all just kind of like we're going with it now.
We're just kind of living in the moment, taking it day by day and enjoying every minute of it.
Yeah. When will you transfer your last embryo?
That's fitting.
That's fitting.
We don't know. We're probably going to be
plan.
More of a gap, I think.
I don't feel in a rush.
Yeah.
But then again, when this baby is like reaching the year mark, I'll probably, be like, oh, I want another baby. But it's not that simple, obviously.
There might be other things in our life that we want to do that, like, because once you have like a baby, you tend to want to be settled, and you're pregnant, you want to be in one place for a bit. There just might be other things that we might want to do just with having a family of 4 and just feeling like sometimes when you have the younger children, you are limited in what you can do. So there may be a time where we take a bigger break in between.
But who knows? There's no plan right now, and we'll just like start talking about it when it starts becoming part of our hearts again, I think.
Yeah.
What do you guys argue about? Normal, like marriage or argument type things.
Pretty much.
Pet peeves, dishes.
Cleaning the house. Just nothing too intense, nothing too crazy.
Yeah, usually.
Yeah.
Video games. That's the usual one. Is Nova going to go to public school or private school? She'll definitely be going into preschool at some point here. I was a preschool teacher, so I'll definitely want to find somewhere for her to go to. And then we have a really great school here in our community that is a public school that she'll likely go to. So close that she can walk to, and it'll be awesome. Yeah, I think it seems, from what I can tell from other parents and stuff, it seems like a really great school. So yeah, that's likely the plan. How much time is Caleb going to take off after the baby is born?
Well, I've been thinking 2 to 3 months is what I'll be taking off. It'll be August, so it'll be nice to have like the tail end of the summer and then into the fall. So I'll probably be off for, however long we can kick it.
Yeah, it's totally just dependent on what we can manage, I suppose, but that would be really nice.
But it is something I am eligible to do through work, and in Canada, parental leave is really great for both men and women. Mat leave,
What's your favorite time of day with Nova?
It's different for both of us, I would say, because most of the time I'm only here for her afternoon, like when I get home from work. Usually, if she's napping well, it's around the time that she's waking up, or she's still asleep sometimes.
I think maybe you would agree with me that, like, before bed, like when we're playing and running around and being silly, and like that's like a really sweet spot, because she's usually in a good mood, and it's really like fun and cute.
When I get home, like a lot of the time, either myself or all 3 of us, we'll go for a walk or like go to the playground. So that's been a lot of fun to just get outside and enjoy the weather.
And I also love weekend mornings.
And weekend mornings is because that's when I'm actually home.
And we just take it slow.
Take it easy in bed and have a lazy morning, have breakfast together.
What's the best thing about being Nova's daddy?
I think just having someone that like loves you so much, because she'll give me hugs and stuff, and randomly she'll just be like, "Daddy," and she'll run up to me and give me this big hug. Even if I've like been with her for like the last 5 hours, it's like she knows I'm there the whole time, but all of a sudden it just like clicked in her that she wanted to give me a hug.
She is a sweetie.
Yeah, she's really cute. She has a lot of love in her heart, so I think just
being on the receiving end of her love.
Being on the receiving end of that, and getting to make her laugh. And
how do you manage savings for treatments?
I think just
it's been a struggle all the years, like for sure. It has always been hard.
We've done this, that, and everything under the sun to make things work. It hasn't been as difficult for the last couple transfers because they have been more affordable. Like doing a full-on IVF cycle is very expensive.
Yeah, but the egg retrieval and everything. But just frozen transfers are like a fraction of the cost. Of course, we have to factor in travel and storage fees and meds and stuff, but it has been a little bit more of a relief in that sense that it hasn't been like this massive bill. It's still a big bill. Like whenever we tell people, they're like, "Wait, what?" But in the grand scheme of how much we used to have to save, if that makes sense.
Yeah, and having like treatments be something that you never expected that you ever would have to pay for.
Yeah. We're also having a bit of a gap in between because thankfully we have been successful in having pregnant and give birth and things.
Yeah, so there's been 2 years.
So it's not been like 2 months later kind of thing.
Yeah, we can save and know that we want to do it.
It was hard. In the beginning, we relied a lot on help from other people, from family, from you guys even helped us for one of our transfers.
We got like a fund from a grant, and we did what we could, and we worked hard, and we saved, and we had some debt, and we just had to pay that off. Yeah.
And barely lived our lives because we just saved every penny. So it's hard. If you're in that season, just know that we see you, and it is hard. Are you over the moon happy right now?
Yes, I would say so. I mean,
life is very different for us right now than it was even just 3 years ago.
For the majority of our time together, like before Nova and that pregnancy, just like there's a lot of hard times.
Yeah.
And the last few years, things have been really good for us. And
I smile so much more than I ever have.
There was a lot of sad, dark years.
Yeah. it's hard. It's hard work being a mom, and sometimes I lock myself in the room and cry because I'm overwhelmed or exhausted or whatever. Like, those moments happen, okay? They absolutely do, and every day they happen. But I also am laughing, smiling, just like tearing up with love in my heart. Like, there's a lot of those moments, and it's been like night and day in our lives, and it's crazy. Like, it's not all because we had a baby. It is, but it's because we just have so much love in our hearts now, and it just feels like we just feel like we're in the right place.
I think we're just in the position that we for so many years longed to be in, and we're just
trying to make the most of it,
making the most of what we worked really hard to get. And now that we have it, we want to make sure we're really appreciative and enjoying it.
Yeah, and Nova's
we are
just such a sweetie and so great, and I think this baby will be such a sweetie and so great. So it's been easy in that sense, that just like a lot of love. Anyways, if that makes any sense. Do you have any names picked out?
We've been struggling with this.
Yeah.
We do have one name.
We have one possibility that we've been testing, and we're just trying to see if it's 100%. We're also not rushing into it. Likely we will keep baby's name to ourselves until birth.
Yeah, that's what we've decided this time.
How has your infertility journey affected your parenting and parenting style? I think it's taught us some patience.
Patience for sure would be the biggest one. I mean, I think even in the hard moments, like, we've been through something harder. So just everything put into perspective.
Yeah, there's a lot of perspective. Absolutely.
Like, today's a hard day, but I would take this over any of the days that we've had before this. Being a parent is hard, like 100%. If you're a parent, you know this, and there's gonna be hard days, but there's also so many good days, and you just have to like fill your bucket. That's what we've always done, is just like fill your bucket with those smiles and those laughters. Just hold on to that one. There's tantrums and other things.
Well, like, all of those things, they just melt away the second there's like another sweet moment. They all just like, you forget about everything. So
or even when like Nova wouldn't go to nap the other day, and I was like fighting her to get her down, and she just wouldn't. And then like she's being all silly, and I'm like frustrated because she wouldn't nap, but at the same time she's being adorable. So I'm like, it just like slips away. She's like kissing me, and I'm like, you little stinker, you're supposed to be going to bed, and here you are being all cute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, she didn't nap that day.
Do you think Nova will be the jealous type once baby arrives? Yeah, I do think so. I have a feeling it's going to be a hard transition. Do you still do photography on the side? Ever since Nova was born, I definitely would say we've taken a step back on that. So we did kind of start a photography business here locally, and try to do some sessions here and there. Never really got super far or like did a lot. Like, I'm talking like there was just a handful of sessions.
I wouldn't say we advertised that much or really pushed to grow. We did a lot of like people we knew, or sometimes people would find us through our website and like fill out forms to make requests for photography services and things like that. And even recently, Ayla did her cousin's wedding. It was an elopement.
So since Nova's been born, I'd say I've only really done it as 4 people that I know. But I do love it, and I think it'll always be something that I do. I feel like I have like so many hats right now that I can't wear them all.
Yeah, she's a mad hatter.
I'm a mad hatter. So I don't know. We'll see if it continues, but it does happen every now and then.
And you're good at it, and you really do enjoy it. And you always are like, I know you're really sometimes worried going into them, and then you come out of them with all these nice photos. And I always tell you, like, don't worry, you always do this to yourself. But when you're done, like, you're always so happy with
anxiety.
Your photos.
Yeah, well, thank you. Did you have the option to find out the sex of the babies before transfer? No, our embryos were not genetically tested, meaning that we never had any information about the sex of any of the embryos. Neither did our donor family. It was just, it's just not something that was needed.
It's not known to anyone.
Yeah, it wasn't something that was needed for these embryos. It's not
common practice in
Canada. And so it's usually only done if there's like a specific reason, meaning like a genetic condition that could be passed on to a certain sex or something like that. So I know it's common in the IVF infertility world that a lot of people do know their embryos before transfer, but that is just not our case, and I like it that way.
Yeah, it's
because
not something I would do on purpose unless we needed to.
Right. It gives us a sense of like surprise and kind of like having a normal pregnancy, whatever that means.
Yeah, it's just nice to have as many opportunities for a surprise during IVF as possible.
Yeah. Yeah. So no, we did not know.
Have some normalcy.
Do not know the last remaining embryo either.
Yeah, but I mean, I have guesses based on statistics.
You think it would be a boy? Well, you never know though. How did you guys meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah, I feel like we haven't talked about this in ages because
that's going back.
Let's go back.
We have known each other longer than, like, more than half of our life now.
We were 12 because we went to school together.
Yeah,
so
seventh grade.
There wasn't like a technical meeting moment or anything.
Yeah, it was like, hi, I'm Caleb. How are you?
No 12-year-old does that.
I'm like, why do you talk like a robot? Get out of here.
Yeah, we've just always known each other. We didn't start dating until after high school, though.
We knew each other for, I guess you could say, 6 years before 7 years probably even before, yeah. Because it was a year after graduation from high school, the second time I asked you out. When you kind of asked me if we would date.
Yeah, I wasn't ready the first time. I think deep down I knew that you were going to be it. And I was like, I'm young, I need to still go do things, travel and whatever. And then I did, and then I got back and I was like, okay.
Yeah, should have told me that so I could have gone and traveled.
That's not my fault. You gotta do what you gotta do. What will you do if you run out of embryos but your family is not complete?
So we have talked about
this.
Yeah. I think for us, we've come to the conclusion that what we'll probably do is...
In our hearts right now.
In our hearts right now, nothing's changed every week, every day, they always change. But
I just mean that, like, don't hold me to my words 5 years from now. You never know.
Yeah, I won't. I'm not going to pull up this video and be like, well, you said this.
Okay, good. Just long as
now you're going back on it. No, I think for us, we're going to... Wait, what's the question?
We're going to transfer the last embryo.
If it doesn't work.
Always our plan. And if it does work, 3 is likely would be our family.
That would be it. I think we'd be done.
If it doesn't work...
We would still be, there's two sides of it. If it doesn't work, we'd be completely fine with just 2 children. That would be our family. I would feel complete and I would be happy with that.
What that means is we don't plan on any more IVFs, embryo adoptions, or anything. We just want to live and just not have infertility take over anymore.
Yeah, we want to sort of do as much as you can, sort of leave that as like a page that was in our past. But
that doesn't mean that we would be like, it also means that we would be fine just kind of living life and letting things happen, and if any point there was a surprise miracle, that would be our family then. So it's like there's like 3 ways it could go, I suppose.
Yeah, the embryo works and we have a family of 5, and that would, I think then we would for sure be complete. Or it doesn't work and maybe naturally we conceive
down the line.
It's like some miracle. It could be right away. It could be 10 years later. The kids could be like 18.
I don't know about that, but
probably
sure.
Not. Then we just say our family is 4. We have 2 girls and we're happy.
Yeah, that's just our thoughts right now, and we'll just kind of play it by ear. But I think that sounds good. And I don't think I'm done with needles. I mean, after this last transfer, obviously.
Yes.
I think that's what we're thinking. Are you happy in your new neighborhood? Do you think it's where you'll be long term? I'm loving our new neighborhood.
Yeah, I really enjoy living here now.
We didn't move far.
Yeah, we're not very far away. It's in a nice community, and the people have been really great. We've met some awesome neighbors.
Yeah, like our neighbors next door. We love them. The kids are getting along. Like, it's like, like, this is such a fun childhood for her. I'm so excited that she gets to have like a neighbor friend. And
will we be here though for a long, long time? I think what'll happen is we'll be here for close to 10 years, I would say.
I would say between 5 and 10.
Yeah, like 7 to 10. 7 to 8. And then we have like a dream of what we would really like for like just like our whole family. Like at this point, I think when that would happen, our family would probably be complete. Aside from the like natural conception miracles that may occur. we're not going to hold our breath. And yeah, we would be here for a while until we decide to go somewhere else.
Yeah, so it's not our forever home, but it's like our home where we really are living these best years with a young family, and just
And I think it's important when your kids are young to have like a neighborhood with other kids where they can just like they can go out and play, and you know, and it's a safe community, and they're okay to go do that. If you live somewhere where, like, if we were to build a house or just buy a home on some land and have like all this space but nobody around us, we're spending a lot of time driving them. So I mean, even at that point when we move, say in 10 years, they're still not old enough to drive. So they're still going to be driving for a while, but yeah.
Am I qualified to give advice?
Just kidding.
Caleb thinks I should do this question, so I'll do it the best I can.
Well, we will do
this one. Advice for a young married couple. We're both 20 and getting married in May. First of all, congratulations.
Yeah, congrats. That's exciting.
And
I would say my advice, I'm going to go first in case you got the answer, so you have to think harder than me.
Because I can't use yours. We were married when we were 19.
We were. And I would say the biggest thing is, like, you're still really young. You're learning a lot about each other. Maybe you've known each other like how Ayla and I knew each other since like the 7th grade, so we knew a lot about each other. It was more like learning those things that you're learning when you live with someone.
Yeah.
So just like be patient with each other and work through like different understandings of how each other functions, and like, you know, pros and cons, and like what traits, maybe have traits about each other you'll find out that you don't like. Just figure out how to compromise and like work with each other on those things. I think that's the biggest thing. And then just make sure you have fun and go on dates and do things that young people still do.
Yeah, enjoy your younghood. Yeah, I think that's pretty much along the lines of what I would say too. Just keep in mind that you are still growing as a person, and so you're growing together, which is amazing. I loved growing with you. I thought that was amazing, and it always made me feel so safe, and like we're always, you know, tackling things together.
We're navigating the world of becoming adults together, and responsibilities.
So enjoy that, and
like you're gonna grow together, but also make sure you grow as like individuals.
Yeah, for sure. Okay, I think we have answered lots and lots of questions. We probably didn't do rapid fire like we were intending on doing. I mean, we just can't. We
pretty
talk
quick
too much
for some of those.
Considering what we would have
been.
Quick
for us.
Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed.
Give yourself a pat on the back. I want to give myself one.
You're the one who talks the most.
Yeah, but I thought like I reined it in.
Yeah.
You're setting me up to talk more.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed. We'll see you in the next one.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. You have something in your tooth. You have like legit like a piece of leaf. No, I'm sleeping. Can I get it? Let me get it. Find yourself a man that'll pick your teeth. Come here. You need floss.
You're so mean. Okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and pick up.
Oh my god. Oh, take 4. I could have got it for you. I could have used your own finger. Look, let me direct your finger to it.
Leave me out of it. Okay. Hey.